Good evening, ladies and gents. Welcome to the Formula 4 Championship, Round 1 at Hockenheim by PetrolHead SimRacing. We got 4.5 minutes to go left in qualifying. And, well, we've got 22 drivers. This has been one of the most popular PetrolHead events we've had in a while. And everyone seems to be pretty close. Almost half a second within each other in practice session I had earlier. So let's see what chaos or good racing may ensue. My name is Michael Hughes and I'm going to be your commentator for today's session. 22 drivers, many familiar faces from the Super GT and the Porsche Carrera series that we had a while back. Well, let's give it a go. Let's have a look. So let's have a look at the top times right now. So George Evans has set the pace in pole position with a 1:45.2. So lightning quick time. He's definitely well versed in the Formula 4. Second place goes to Samuel Oliveira, 2/10 off the pace. Moraitis third, 3/10 off. Kibovic 5/10 off. Ganja second at 3/10. Here comes Darnell, P6. 1 second, 2/10 off the pace. P7 Ganja, P8 Amist, P9 Hecko, P10 Steenekam. And you can read the rest, because I'm lazy. So Antonio Costa has just came swinging in on fourth. He just had a pretty good time. He improved massively. Costa looks like he's on a purple lap. He's coming around the last corner now. Let's have a look and see what kind of time he might make. Will he beat George Evans to the line? Yes, he will. Antonio Costa on pole with a 1:44.6. Smashed the pole time. Well done for Antonio Costa from Tugas Racing International. This is a multi-team event. We've got people from PetrolHeads, Tugas Racing, IY, and a bunch of privateers as well. Even Brother Ops has joined the split. So let's have a look, see which team will be the better. I'm not sure if there's going to be any official constructors, because there's nothing really to construct. But who's got the better, more rounded team? Well, guess that's your decision. Just around 25 seconds to go on my end. Oh, never mind. Well, that's qualifying over. Antonio Costa for Tugas Racing International is on pole. George Evans from the Inspired Yorkshire Racing is in second. Moraitis third. Oliveira fourth. Kibovic fifth. And Darnell sixth. That's your top six. The top five, top six seems to be really running very close to each other. So we got loads of people to watch. Please forgive me if some of the chat is a little bit behind on the stream. I think we're having a little bit of a problem with the stream at the minute, and sometimes my commentary could come in a little bit late and laggy, so please excuse me. It's going to be a 4-minute warm-up-ish, so everyone else can, well, get into their mojo before the race starts and perform at their best, I suppose. It's important to get into that mindset as a driver. Well, do your best. So I'm going to stop talking for around, like, roughly 4 minutes. And yeah, I suppose I'll pick you back up when the race actually starts. I'm going to leave you on board with our pole sitter, Antonio Costa, as he warms up for the race. Never mind, I just figured out that it seems to be very boring because he's standing still. Let's put you on board with Kurovich instead. Starting from 5th in the grid, he can use all the practice and warm-up he can get. Let's hope that Kurovich's race start goes better than the one in the practice race that we had a while back. He should be practicing his race start. So that's I've been looking in the Discord and there's been a little bit of chatter from Jordan Evans, our man in P2, who qualified P2 for the race. He was really confident about winning until he saw Antonio Costa's time. Like, he's gonna have to get that mojo back if he wants a chance of winning. He can get this through consistency if he works hard. Around a minute to go of warm-up now, not long. Stay tuned. And warm-up is over with that. So now we're going to be getting ready for the race start. Again, sorry if the stream appears to be if the commentary appears to be a little bit off. Well, there's a bit of problems at the minute with the with the frame rate, and my voice might drop back a little bit, and my commentary might come late, but you can take what you can get. Things will improve soon, definitely for the second round, but just please bear with me. So this is going to be the first race, I imagine. There's going to be 2 sprint races with top 5 reverse grid. Alright, 10 minutes on the clock. It's race start. Let's go. This might be a little bit. Antonio Acosta retains the lead very well. Jordan Evans tucks in behind. Evans gets overtaken by Moraitis. They're side by side. Going into the second corner. Moraitis is in P2. Jordan Evans has fallen back into third. Evans takes back to the second place. Moraitis is in third place. Samuel Oliveira is capitalizing on Moraitis' mistake, and he's done well in fifth. Jurovic falls back on pace. I'm just after realizing that the director wasn't on, so you got to see none of that. I'm very, very sorry, guys. Oliveira in third. We're still going 2 wide into the hairpin. Look at him go. 3 wide in some cases. It's a miracle that no contact has happened so far as I can see. Jurovic is made up a trend with all the other front runners. He's in it with a chance. He's got to catch everyone through the slipstream who wants to make a sweep round here. Andy Darnell is on 5th now. Racing wheel to wheel with Rover and Est. On board with them now, side by side going into the start finish straight. They're going 3 wide into turn 1. Seem to make it out okay. Yates in the 31 of Jordan Evans and Antonio Acosta. They seem to be battling it out very well up front. They still stay on each other's bumper relatively clear. We've still got plenty of midfield action. 2 wide going into the hairpin. Plenty of moves going on in the midfield. Going to pulling off a move on Stenkamp. Very nicely done. Samuel Oliveira is right in the back of Jordan Evans. He's going to have a tough time defending. Oliveira is really good at making overtakes where it can happen. He's really good at weaseling through the defense of others. Let's see if he can hold up to his reputation. 6.5 minutes to go, lap 2. Antonio Costa is in the lead, followed by Jordan Evans and Samuel Oliveira. 3 different teams in the top 3 spots. This is incredible. We're on the wing camera of Antonio Costa now. Like, you can just see how far back Jordan Evans is now. Like, it used to be 1.5 seconds, now it's 2 whole seconds. Costa is making an absolute monster of a lead over Evans. Well done for the Tugas Racing International driver. Evans is pulling relatively well away from Samuel Oliveira in 3rd place. He's maintaining the gap. And I didn't even notice what has happened to Andy Darnell. He's went from running in 5th to 11th. Must have had a bump somewhere. With 5 minutes left to go, he's going to have to work very hard to make up some positions here. One to watch, everyone. 24. And the cars went off into the grass at 22. Christian Kubovic is on the grass earlier. Not sure how delayed that was, but he's lost a little bit of time off that. He's in 10th place at the minute. He used to be up front, but he's dropped back. 4 minutes left to go. Here's Dave Ziska in 11th. He's I've seen him before in the BMW Z4 in the Super GT Championship. He's a crack driver of GTs. This is in a GT. It's Formula 4. He's stacking up pretty well. In 12th, he's holding his own pretty well. And disciplines he doesn't drive very often. Give it some practice, I think he'll be absolutely stomper in the midfield. It's beginning of lap 5, and Antonio Costa has further expanded his lead on Jordan Evans from 2 seconds to 2.5. He is unstoppable. Unless Antonio Costa has some absolute massive error at the end and spins out and totals his car at the end, Jordan Evans is going to have to hope for an absolute miracle to win this race. But he should be pretty content with the podium though. 2nd place. So Samuel Oliveira, who used to be 9/10ths back a few laps ago, but he's 10th by 10th. He's taking away the lead of Jordan Evans. On board with Christian Kubovic, he's on 10th place. He's on the back of Deadhead, one of the Brother Ops sim racing drivers. Christian makes it happen, 9th place. Psycho Ganja in 5th. He's made up a few places from the midfield to get that position. It's where Kubovic used to be, but he dropped back. Camp accompanies him in 6th place. They're racing bumper to bumper. Keep an eye on them two. They're going to be racing for the last minute. 1 minute to go. The two yellow cars ahead of Ganja are fighting. Ganja's just waiting for them to trip over each other and see if he can make a place off of it. That's all I can hope for. He's going around the outside, it looks like. Tries too wide, but it doesn't really work. He's going to try again going into the hairpin. Not quite close enough. He's going to tail him though. Simon Oliveira, right on the back of George Evans. He might make this happen here in the last lap. Well, lap 6, this is the final lap of the race. This is not going to be any time for another lap. Everyone's around the first sector. Antonio Costa's going to win with a colossal lead of 3 seconds on George Evans. Evans is, of course, is second for IY Racing. And third is Samuel Oliveira. Goes into a very deserved P3 finish. He was chipping off those tenths, but he wasn't quite fast enough. Psycho Ganja makes a very good effort for P5, defending from the Andre Steenekamp all the way through. P7 goes to the other Costa brother, Ricardo Costa. He's in 7th. 8th place goes to Andy Darnell. He had a little bit of a mistake earlier on in the race, but he recovered very well from 11th to 6th. 8th. Same thing. I do higher level maths. I'm always right. So P9, Christian Kubovic is in 9th place. He used to be up front as well, but he must have had another mistake. We saw him touch the grass earlier. Like, he should be able to make this up in this follow-up race because of the reverse grid. Who knows? Top 5 reverse grid. That's another scary thought. Could cause a little bit of carnage. 10th place goes to Deadhead, the Brother Ops Racing. For Brother Ops Racing. Behind him, Mauritius, 12th, Siska, 13th, Death Proof, 14th, Disaglow. And you can read the rest. That's your top 14. Fastest lap was 1:44.7. Very good job to Costa. He was absolutely rapid. And it isn't over yet, folks. We've got one more race after this. Is going to be a reverse grid. So stick around, lads. So that was some really exciting racing back there. Loads of front runners were dropping back like they were being popped like balloons, like sinking out to the bottom of the midfield, and they're making really good recovery drives back up. We're going to see a lot more of that in the second round. I can only assume it's another, looks like another warm-up for now. Sorry to keep you waiting, guys. So Robert Amist, like the pack last race was split up into a few groups. Like there was Antonio Costa and George Evans up front, and Simon Oliveira trailing behind George. But behind Oliveira, a few seconds back, was Robert Amist, who was in the front of the pack of Ganja, Steenekamp, Ricardo Costa, and later on Andy Darnell and Christian Kubovic. Like he seems to be best of the rest of the midfield. If Oliveira didn't exist, he'd be in a podium place right now. One to watch. He might pull it off the pace. So, yeah, it's been quite an interesting day so far for Formula 4. Of course, this is, if you don't recognize the circuit, it's Hockenheim, the German one that got taken off of F1 for some reason. Loads of people, it's a fan favourite for loads of you. It's a super fast track, and it's a good flow when you get the hang of it, but I can't figure it out for the life of me. I prefer, I don't know, Portimao or even Suzuka over this, you know. Can't be the only one. Comment if you, what's your favourite track, if anyone's watching. Also can't check the amount of viewers I have because it's a bit of a glitch. If there's anyone there, hope you're enjoying the show. Michael, shoot. So the leaderboard on the left. McDarnell's the only one that set a warm-up lap, so ignore that. That's not going to be where he qualifies, I don't think. So that looks like about it for the warm-ups. I'm just about ready for a race. And then there they are. On the grid, there's going to be lights in front of them for a moment. And then there's going to be a race start. Number 42 and the 3 up front. Who's going to get a better start? And will the ace get the jump on all of them? Let's see. Ten seconds remaining of intermission. So here we are at the back of the grid, 19th of Marcelo Rodriguez. Let's see if we can hop a few positions here. Let's go. Round 2 at Hockenheim. Like a Ganja and Rob Brownman's get a pretty good start. Ganja takes the lead. 2 wide going through first corner. A little bit of contact here and there. Samuel Oliveira is back in third. Antonio Costa, the last race winner, is in fourth. He's looking to make some positions. Jordan Evans behind him. And Darnell in sixth. And they've got single file already. So you can be the most ballsy into the hairpin. It's where I can make lots of time and make lots of moves happen. It's a prime overtaking opportunity. Jordan Evans in fourth, Darnell fifth, Stubovic sixth, Ricardo Costa seventh. They're all having their little 2x2, 2-on-2 battles there, one-on-one battles and groups of two really. Always a little bit of an overtake going on there in the finishing, in the hairpin. Ricardo Costa made a move on, Maurice has made a move on Costa, I think. This may be failing me. On board with Andy Darnell as he chases Jordan Evans in the yellow car. Can't quite see the number yet. Psycho Ganja's making a really good job so far on maintaining the lead, but Antonio Costa the last race winner is going to be catching up on like very fast. Ganja's a very, very good midfield driver. It looks like he's going to get his first win. But he drops the tenths are dropping away from him, and he doesn't look like it. He can hold him off any longer. Pair of 42 cars. Like I confused. Ganja's in front, Costas in the back. So Campers and Pair waiting for them to trip over each other and maybe take the lead for himself. They gotta be careful with how they play this. Not to lose too much time. 4 minutes left to go. Anything can still happen. Already has. Costa and Ganja are having a really good run at each other. They're bumper and bumper. Ganja has done a really good job at defending so far from Antonio Costa. He definitely has the pace. But there's carnage at the back. Dave Ziska on the grass. The SST suspension card in 27 is also on the grass also. He's slow. Death proof. He's dropping positions. He had an accident. Very unfortunate. Costa and Ganja are side by side, going into the third sector of the track. This is for the win now. First place, 3 minutes to go, not as much time left to make this move happen, Antonio Costa. He might have to rely on the slipstream going into turn 1. Antonio Costa makes it happen. He's in first now. Psycho Ganja might have a look into the next corner. He might look and try and get a slipstream off of him again, but Costa has a better pace than him, it seems. Those extra tenths might be enough to push him out back into the middle where he came from. Stina Camp is in third. He's waiting for him to drop back so he can get second these last 2 minutes of the race. Andy Darnell and Jordan Evans are still fighting. Not really, they're a little bit of time apart. But they're fourth and fifth. Kimovic is still sixth. He's keeping it consistent and he's going to finish with good points. Seventh for Moraes. Eighth, Ricardo Costa. The second brother of the Costas. He's getting on pretty good in the midfield. Not quite podium level though, but he's getting really good points for Two Goose Racing International. Behind him is Deadhead. He's the better of the two PetrolHead SimRacers right now. He's in ninth. Around a second behind Costa. Genja's still on Antonio Costa's tail. He's not giving up this opportunity for a win so easily. Still maintaining 4 tenths. He's going to be going onto the main straight soon. He's going to be able to go have a crack at his slipstream. Stennekamp has no objections. The more they trip over each other, the closer he can get. Strategy I use a lot. Just wait for them to kill each other and reap the rewards. Jordan Evans still in fourth. He's 6 tenths behind Stennekamp. Not going to be a podium this time around, I don't think, with 1 minute left to go. It's going to be the last lap of the race for most of these guys. So unless anyone else has an accident, it's going to be in the bag for everyone. Last lap of the race. Antonio Costa in first. He's pulling away from Psycho Ganja in the end and got a second over him, but Ganja has to defend from Andre Steenekamp. The South African is gaining on him 3 tenths behind. He might be able to slipstream on him if he isn't careful. Jordan Evans is 4th. He's also on the back of the South African driver. And it's happened. Jordan Evans is back in the podium places. Steenekamp has made a mistake. This is amazing. Jordan Evans has gone podium for both races. Andre Steenekamp will have to try next race. Well, that was one easy win for Antonio Costa. He wins the Hockenheim Formula 4. I would like to call it a Grand Prix, but it's not really. I think that's copyrighted, so. The Hockenheim, comment a name for what we should call these, like special name, like Grand Prix or Super Prix or something that isn't copyrighted, obviously. But Costa wins in Hockenheim. Jordan Evans is in second. Eddie Darnell third. Oh yeah, it's definitely catching up to me now. It's definitely a little bit delayed. Andy Darnell's made a monster move into third, as does Jordan Evans. Psycho Ganja just lost it at the end, and Ricardo Costa made a little bit of a return during the race, up to best of the rest of the midfield. If you had to pick a driver of the day, I'd probably say Jordan Evans. He managed to pick up podiums in both races. 2 P2s in a row in 2 races. Take a shot every time I say 2. Anyway, well done to Antonio Costa. He has done a very good job, and he's definitely leading the championship by storm. Jordan Evans is runner-up. Andy Darnell is in 3rd place from the race. He made a really good recovery from the first race performance. Psycho Ganja just lost out on the podium, but he'll definitely be trying next time. He's got the pace in him, just not today. This was Michael Chute, Slon Match from Ireland. Hope to see you next week, maybe, for the next round, next 2 races. The cars might not be real, but the racing sure is. Hopefully the commentary will be a little bit less delayed next time. Thank you so much for staying along with me and bearing with me through the conditions. They'll definitely be better next time. So much from Ireland.